Yep. Chairman Schiff. Yes, Mark Meadows could be facing legal jeopardy over his phone records, regardless of what else turns up, according to legal experts. He is refusing to turn over some personal emails, text messages, and encrypted chats by arguing that Trump still maintains executive privilege over those communications. But no. Computer and the law.
Computer says no.
Yeah.
No.
You know what the best defense against all of this is to show how well Michael Cohen is living now. Just do like just a special on him, like I'm the new freaking Tiger King and my life is awesome. I testified for Trump and 3 years in prison, but I feel great. My life is better.
Yeah.
That's what because that's what these people are afraid of. They don't have the courage that Michael Cohen had.
Yeah. One more, Chairman Schiff.
According to his attorney and to Mr. Meadows, all the documents he gave us were not privileged. If they had been privileged, they would have declined to turn them over, ostensibly. But they acknowledge they're not. And of course, a conversation, for example, of a chief of staff with a member of the press, how could that be covered by privilege? It can't be. And so the case for him in terms of the Justice Department, I think is a very strong, compelling one that he must be held in contempt.
Yes. So they voted for that last night. Yeah. So Meadows was on. Was this on? It was not last night. Night before.
This was. Yeah. This is not the Handy interview. This is him with, I believe it was Newsmax.
Okay. Boy, he sure is chatty, isn't he? In a
Yeah.
book and on
For
TV.
someone who can't talk to
For someone who
Congress.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it's not a surprising decision by the committee. We really need to look at what it's all about. They have nothing to run on. They want to talk about Build Back Busted, and yet what they've done is had a contempt vote.
Yeah. You went on to say.
We've tried very hard in a very transparent and accommodating way to share non-privileged information.
No.
Right.
And what we found out tonight is that not only did that just get disregarded, but then they tried to weaponize text message, selectively leak them to put out a narrative that, quite frankly, that the president didn't act.
Oh, it's just selective treason.
Yes.
So it's just the ones that I see.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So the other ones are much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can tell you, the president did act. This is all
Did
about, it's not about holding me in contempt. It's about coming after President Donald Trump. And sadly, that's what tonight's vote was all about.
187 minutes.
Yeah.
Carlos, that's how long the president didn't act. As I was saying earlier, he was waiting to see if it worked. He was waiting to see if the coup worked.
Peter Jackson movie.
Huh?
That's longer than a Peter Jackson movie.
is.
Come on, get to it,
Over
let's go.
3 hours.
I mean, it really. This is just astounding. The more like you see the whole timeline and the whole plan, right? It was to
He was
stop
kind of like
the
a bad
election.
version of bad version of Mel Gibson in Blade in Braveheart. Hold, nope, hold. One cop dead, no hold. There's another cop dead. Hold, civilian shot. Hold. Somebody being tear gas. Hold. Somebody being stabbed and hit with a fire extinguisher. Hold.
All right, Karen in Oakland wants to congratulate Carlos. I assume just for being Carlos, but all right. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Yes, hi. Happy holidays to you all.
Thank you, you too.
And Carlos, want to congratulate your daughter, Roktak, for getting her TV show, Star Trek Prodigy, on the second season.
Thank you. Yes, Riley's on Star Trek Prodigy. She plays Rock Talk.
Yay.
And my youngest plug is going to be on the last episode of Shrink Next Door with Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell.
Really?
Wow.
That is so cool.
A whole family of voice toys.
Meanwhile, I do Stephanie Miller and take naps all day.
Robert in Florida, you're on with Carlos.
Hey, Don Carlo, come stai, amico mio?
Bene, buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Okay, listen, you know what? I just heard that 187. Mama, make that a T-shirt, I mean, that should be a rallying cry for all Democrats. He left the country vacated. He let an attack happen in America, did nothing for 187 minutes there. I mean, every Democrat should have that number printed in their head, and then anytime any Republican gives them any crap, you throw that back in their face.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing. Yeah, the reason why I call. Oh, but I'm losing my mind. Why did I call? All right, I called because I drive around and I think of things. And I think that, another Republican talking point is that nobody wants to work. It's free money. This, that, the other thing, right? Well, here's what I was thinking. How many people have actually retired because they're baby boomers? They got nothing, they got nothing left in the tank, and they said, okay, let's settle it down. I think more people are retiring that are entering the workforce, and so maybe we should open up the borders instead of trying to close them out. You know,
Yeah,
that's one
people that are
thing.
willing to work, in other words.
By the way, people
Well, no.
people that are retiring in Florida. Speaking of which, Robert's like the version of why'd I come in here in this room. When he
Oh,
calls,
yeah.
Why'd I call?
Yeah.
What did I come in this room for?
Yeah.
187 minutes. He told us.
No, I was saying. Speaking of Florida retirees, they have a new hobby, and it's voter fraud. I just mentioned this, Carlos,
Yes.
but there are 3 separate reported cases of Republicans in the Florida community, the Villages, who have been arrested for fraudulently casting multiple ballots for Trump in 2020. Let's see. Oh, and then the other one, there was a voter fraud case hyped in Nevada. A man complained that his dead wife's ballot was cast illegally. He was ultimately charged with having done it himself. Also, a Pennsylvania Republican was arrested after trying to cast his dead mother's ballot.
Right.
Norman, vote for me, Norman. I don't want strangers in the White House. Vote Norman.
Yes, Norman's mother. He voted. No, mother, blood, no. Okay, yes, got it, exactly. Okay, Carlos, what the actual is Trump going to go to jail for? This latest.
Syphilis.
So he's had to give up his taxes. At least it's a bad week for him. We can take pleasure in that.
Yeah.
And a Trumper judge, as Ellie Mistal said, is the one that ruled in that one. This one, prosecutors in Manhattan weigh whether to charge Trump with fraud. They've zeroed in on financial documents that he used to obtain loans and boast about his wealth. The documents could help answer a question at the heart of the long-running criminal investigation into Trump. Did he inflate the value of his assets to defraud his lenders? Can I just jump ahead?
Computer says yes.
Yes! Okay. This is what Michael Cohen has already
Right.
told us. All right.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. If the prosecutors seek an indictment, the case's outcome could hinge on whether they can use the documents to prove that a defining feature of Trump's public persona, his penchant for hyperbole, read lying, was so extreme and intentional when dealing with his lenders that it crossed the line into fraud. I don't know how this could not have crossed the line into fraud. What is the number we said yesterday, Travis? It's like he doesn't do anything small. It's like 3,300% like inflation of what he says his assets
Yeah.
were worth when he's trying to, get a loan,
Right.
as opposed to when he's trying to pay his taxes. It's not like he cheats a little.
Well, there was a news story out this morning. They were talking about how in Westminster, his golf club there,
Yes.
the way he was undervaluing and altering it, the taxpayers were into paying him money because he was getting
Right.
deductions because of
Makes me smart.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I love the uneducated people.
Right. Yes, it is Trump under investigation for a golf club tax scheme that forced honest taxpayers to pay him refunds. Oh, my God. Won't you take anything at this point, particularly right before Christmas? I'll take anything. Let's just get him on anything. I don't.
Fair.
Jaywalking, I don't care what we do at this point. I need something. Mommy needs something.
Buying liquor for kids at a store. I
Yeah.
don't drink, but I buy it for other people, okay?
By the way, I have evidence that the rat-pocalypse is not over upstairs.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Ow.